I remember. It's coming back to me. Yo, I'm Mat4yo, and I just found this disc. One of a few from a certain era. It's titled Matteo's Rap. My dad's handwriting, written in pink Sharpie marker, and I don't know what's on this. I know when this is from. This is likely from when I was in 5th grade, but I don't remember what's on it. So let's just take a trip down memory lane, shall we?
A noun is a person, place, or thing, like guy or school or a playground swing. A pronoun is a subpronoun, like I and we, him and he, she, her, it, them, they, you, me. An adjective describes those two. Which one, what kind, how many, whose. A verb is an action or being kind of thing. Eat, walk, word, be, shout, and sing. An adverb gives more information. How, when, where, why, that's its definition. Prepositions pull nouns into a phrase. In, on, under, with, around, above. Hey, conjunctions connect words, phrases, or clauses. If, and, but, that, or, nor, because. And interjections, yes, wow, yo. Strong feelings are what they let you know. So now that we have this rhyme and rap, parts of speech will be a snap.
Oh my god. That came back to me now. So that was clearly something I did for school. It probably wasn't a school project, but it was something that helped me learn some school things. Now, I did not write this. This rap exists on the internet as an exercise, I guess. It's not Schoolhouse Rock, but where did this come from? Rappin' Grammar. This PDF is from FUSD1.org. So somebody, I guess a teacher must have given me this worksheet, and I guess I took the assignment a little too seriously. but let's enough about trying to find out where I found this. Let's chisel my flow, okay? You can hear me breathe in a little too early, so yeah, you had a little bit to learn there. This is starting to come back to me a little bit. I remember my dad used to have this ability to record multiple tracks, so what he probably did was he had me play percussion on, I guess, like a folder or a table or something, one take, and then I was able to rap over it for the second take.
An adverb gives more information. How, when, where, why, that's its definition. Prepositions pull nouns into a phrase. In, on, under, with, around, above. Hey, conjunctions connect words, phrases, or clauses.
Alright, so right there is when I start to get, the line, it becomes a little bit too long to fit in the meter now. I'm kind of feeling that this rap and grammar thing was written without a particular beats per minute in mind. I'm keeping up with the flow, I gotta say. I'm kind of impressed with my younger self, because you know, there's this thing with rap where you can put a little bit of swing into your step. You know, you don't actually have to pronounce things robotically. So I'm doing this thing where a verb is an action or being kind of thing. I could have done a verb as an action or being kind of thing. Eat, walk, where, be, shout, and sing. So I'm like way off of the beat now, and you just like steamroll out of control. I guess something about me at that age knew that the beat was about to change, and I had to get it in there somehow before going on the next one. There's this thing where if you just like read something and you're rapping on top of it, you could lose where you are in the scheme of meter. Think about two turn signals clicking. Like if you have your turn signal on and you're watching someone else's turn signal, they might match up and then they start to get out of sync. That can kind of happen when you're rapping on a beat like this.
And interjections, yes, wow, yo. Strong feelings are what they let you know.
I'm not a fan of how I pronounced feelings there. If you have seen my previous tutorials, you'll know that.
So now that we have this rhyme and rap, parts of speech will be a snap.
A little early on the punchline at the last part there, but I gotta say, I was impressed. I didn't know that I had it in me all the way back then. Of course, but that's not the only DVD that I have. This CD-ROM has the audio recording of what I called the Maddie and Polly cast.
Yo, it's Maddie and Polyworld, the webmaster of Maddie and Polyworld.
Which was, at the time, my brother and I discussing all of the leaks or early reveals of the Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl version, even before they had English names.
I really liked Mat4yo and how they transferred his name into Turtwig. I liked his two evolutions, Hayashigami and Dotizers.
And things like that. So it's really funny. I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. I actually uploaded it back in 2017 trying to summon Sinnoh remakes for the 3DS. We've got Fisher-Price Time to Play Pet Shop. It wasn't a Webkinz or Club Penguin or anything like that, but we can talk about how nostalgic those two things are on another video. We've got some backyard football, so that was all the rage back when first got a PC when I was a little kid. We've got this CD, which is Maddie's Favorites, January 5th and 6th, 2006. I was like such a freak about putting the date on everything, and I must have had this like flyer featuring some of the Gen 3 Pokemon at the time. I guess I was really into scanning back in the day when that was really cool. I still have this too. This was how you put the CD labels onto the CD-ROM. I don't think anybody except me and Kevin Crust remember this. Digital Blue was the very first video creating program I ever had, and they gave you this strange like telephone shaped video camera that you could use, and that was like the beginning of everything. I thought it was the most amazing thing ever that you could film yourself and not have to be in a TV studio. Obviously, YouTube captivated me from that day forward, and it led to what I do now, so I have to thank that as well. Drew's famous party music, the Pokemon theme. Nobody remembers this. Pokemon Mastermind of Mirage Pokemon. I think that was when they changed the voice actors for the first time too. Right next to my favorite movie in the Pokemon franchise, Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker. The ending song always makes me cry. Backyard Soccer, I remember this guy was my favorite. I think his name was Pablo. Yeah, he was the coolest player on the field. Musical poetry mixtape. So I remember when I was first getting into rap around like 2012, 2013, I felt like it was more appropriate to call what I liked musical poetry, because that's really what it was. You got like Watsky and Zach Sherwin and all that stuff. So this is musical poetry mixtape and Hotline Bling, because I liked that song at the time. Let's see what's on this one. So they're not named. Let me see how fast I can guess what songs they are. Strong as an Oak by Watsky. That's Coins by Wax. Yeah, and then Dive With Me by Mat4yo, right up there with Wax and EOM and George Watsky. Oh God, John Bellion. That's a deep cut. Sugar Cube by Wax. Wow, I haven't heard that song since I probably burned this disc. He was just as good with the Zach Sherwin, Funny Dentist. Love songs used to be so beautiful. Bo Burnham, Repeat Stuff. More Watsky. Oh, I love this one. Guess Who by Wax and Dumbfounded. And then Hotline Bling. So you can see clearly what my inspirations were at the time when I first started to rap. A lot of Watsky, Wax, Zach Sherwin sprinkled in there. I actually got to meet Watsky at a concert in 2014, and I gave him one of these flash drives that had my songs on it. I think it was Ash Tins and Doormats. I gave it to him and he just stuck it in his pocket. And then like 2 months later, he sent me an email. He talked about each track specifically, which was really cool. And he said, just keep it up and make music that makes you happy. It's amazing what a small little thing can do, how much longer in the future it can be remembered, even if the person who showed that act of kindness might have forgotten it. So that's really cool stuff. That was really fun. Just wanted to turn the camera on and see what we found when we checked out that content, and was not disappointed by what Matteo's first rap sounded like. If you know anything else about rap and grammar, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to give credit to whoever created it. I just see a bunch of teachers sharing it on message boards and things like that. But it just goes to show that whether you're young or old, if you start something, you'll get better. It might be marginally better. Maybe some of you even think that I was a better rapper when I was 10 than I am now. But the bottom line is, if you have something you love, then you should pursue it, because you don't know where it'll take you and who it'll introduce you to, and all the friendships and memories that you'll make along the way. I can assure you that Matteo's rap has now been archived. The contents of this CD will be remembered for a long, long time. I'm Mat4yo, and that's all for you today.
Cue the brass trumpets and groovy rap drummer. Let's choose a map, cuz, and play Super Smash Brothers. It's a one-on-one like we are Cupids, match lovers. When the clock runs down, I will shoot on that buzzer. Who could act tougher than Lucas? Ask mother. Is a DK Link with that cool mustache plumber? He's groomed with stacked muscles to remove the trash cluttered in your bedroom, looking like a sewage rack gutter. From the number